last thing on the agenda then would be the Salary Commission report. And back in March, the council appointed 3 members to the Salary Commission, and it was officially convened for the first time in 5 years. Chairperson Eldon Eastup, Joan Baird, and Bob Bartrow met a few times. They deliberated, reviewed a variety of information, including the salary structure. They looked at comparable salaries of elected officials in other jurisdictions of similar size and complexity. They looked at full service versus contract city. They looked at form of government. They did a pretty comprehensive review, and they issued their report on May 3rd, 2011. And as you are probably aware, per the statute of the RCW, those findings went immediately into effect as soon as they filed that report on May 3rd. And so with that, there will be a $75 per month salary increase for council members and $100 a month for the mayor. And again, there is no action required by the council on that. Statutorily, their word is what happens. And so and the next time that they will convene will be in 5 years from now, unless the council wishes to convene them any sooner than that. So the salaries will remain in effect through 2016. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Council comments. Councilmember Weston?
In looking over their report, they listed 5 criteria that they consider to be major. I am very surprised they did not include time involved in the performance of the position. The time involved, we have 2 council meetings a month that range from 2 to 3 hours. We have monthly workshops, 2 to 3 hours. We have special sessions of council executive sessions, normally running an hour and sometimes a little bit later. We all spend hours studying and preparing ourselves for deliberation here on council, as well as for our workshops. We spend hours, some of us more, others less, conferring with constituents. We spend hours, in fact days, at AWC conferences and workshops. We attend agency meetings and so on, and it goes on and on and on. I had a difficulty with my garage door. I called a firm in Lacey to come out and take a look at it. And I asked what would be the price to come out and take a look at my garage door. They said $100 per hour for the technician. I then thought about that, decided, hey, I'll go with a new door. Last time I had my computer serviced, the minimum was $100. Taking those standards of $100 for simple call, $375 would equate to 3 hours and 75 minutes if my math is correct. I think the community is expecting council members to donate a tremendous amount of their personal time in order to perform their duties and responsibilities as I have outlined them. And that donation, I asked my accountant, is there a possibility? Maybe I'd get some sort of tax relief? No, it does not qualify. So we're out of luck there.
You should talk to my accountant.
I should. In fact, I will. I recognize the sincerity of the Salary Commission, but again, I bring up, time involved was not a criterion that was used evidently as a major focal point. And I should hope that in the future, that as the issues and concerns become more complex, as we mature as a city, that compensation for council members, as well as the mayor, be more appropriate and more matching with the time involved. I am somewhat wondering what kind of value the commission put to time, if any, that we spend here. And certainly we all look at the wages that we see in the paper and all this and saying, wow, the citizens here are getting a great, great value. And I don't know how, some of us are retired, okay? Some of us are not. And you have to sacrifice family time. You have to sacrifice business time in order to participate here in council responsibilities. I just wonder. I'm thankful for the $75 increase. However, I do not believe that it approaches near the compensation that would be appropriate for the hours that are put in. Thank you.
And I was not involved when they were doing their deliberations, so I can't address, your concern or your comment other than to know that they did talk about it, and to what weight they did or did not place on that, I'm not sure.
Councilmember Wilcox has a comment.
Yeah, just a comment real quickly. Mr. Westman, I agree with you 100%. The time we put in, once again, is enormous. And I just want to go on record that I support Mr. Westman's comments 100%.
Additional council comment on this item? Ms. Masco?
That's all I have, and I will forward on those comments to the Salary Commission members. They were sorry that they could not make it this evening, so we wanted to present the report sooner rather than later.
Put your money where your mouth is, or you ain't saying nothing. Put your money where your mouth is, or you ain't saying a damn thing. Talk is cheap.